right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're already in June. Can you believe it? All right, let's talk about. Hold on a second. I've been doing so many pages of writing out pages of course material, and I thought I would show you guys one of the things I've been working on. This is 20 tips for transposition. Actually, it's anchor lines. And let's talk about anchor lines and what they actually do. Good to see you, Vance. Good to see you, Dad. Dad first on this morning. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Vicky. And good morning, Vance and Doug. Vance and Doug are members of the YouTube channel. And Rick, good to see you. Of course, T-Man, Dad is a double dipper. He's in both, and Vicky as well. So good to see you guys and all of our YouTube community as well. That's right. Yeah, that's right, Vance. Okay, so let's dig into these lines. So we have a 30-minute lesson today, and I decided to do another all-access open lesson. So this is our all-access iMusicAcademy that we usually do. Hugh is a member of iMusicAcademy, and it's just basically, it's like you get access to everything as well as all the lives. Usually we're private Monday. And then Chord Academy is Tuesday, Thursday is all access, and then Chord Academy is Friday. But I've been doing a lot of lives lately just to get everyone practicing. Our YouTube channel is really growing. So anyway, welcome to everybody watching. All right, what are anchor lines? Let's go ahead and dig in. I'm going to pull up the Google Drive here, if I can find it. And then in a most basic sense, we have anchor lines are a curated collection of 20 essential accessible lines that every musician should be able to play in every key. Now, when I say should, it doesn't mean you have to be able to go. It's something you work up to. And there are thousands of great lines that you need to get under your playing. But these are 20 that I picked out that I think really fit under the hand in a lot of ways, and it makes it easy to transpose. These lines are called anchor lines because they serve as stable, repeatable musical phrases that can anchor your playing around, or anchor around your playing. And then whether soloing, comping, internalizing harmonic language, these lines are designed to give you a starting point in any key, help you build muscle memory, which we talk about all the time, form the foundation of your improvisational vocabulary, strengthen your ability to transpose confidently. And that's and then closing this with, you don't need to learn 100 licks at the same time. We have so many things, including iMusicAcademy, that gives you a lot of material to work on. And sometimes it's good to take a step back and to look at some simple phrases that can be transposed in all keys. All right, here we go. Let me pull up the chat again. Let me pull up these handwritten lines once again, 20 of them. And I've been on a tear of writing out things, so get ready. All right, let me make sure I said hello to everyone. Good to see you, Hugh, the bookends of iMusicAcademy, and of course, Rick, the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy is on. I think I said hello to everybody. So everyone in the chat at this point is some way connected to iMusicAcademy. So very cool. You're either in the All Access group or Chord Academy. J-Man is in the house. Good to see you, J-Man. Everybody just make sure you say hey to J-Man. All right, here we go. So the first one is very simple but very important. Is you hear this idea all the time, and you can double time this. I mean, most everyone, if you listen to blues and jazz, you've heard this idea phrase before. And why did I start off with this one? Because that was the one that was on my mind at the moment. And what I love about all of the ideas that I like to teach is when it comes to transposition, as I say, you're usually one or two fingerings away from being able to play something in all keys. So in this case, you say this idea, what is happening? Well, you go up to the minor third of any key that you're in, right? And then you go up chromatically, so one note at a time. So notice that this is like a C minor triad or a C major. It puts the minor and the major third in there. And if you guys understand that, got it in the chat. And what's happening is you go up to the minor third of any key you're in, and then you go up chromatically to the fifth. So root, minor third, chromatically up to the fifth. And that's a great visual to get in any key. If I go F, and I do the same thing, and notice that my fingering is the same. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go back to C, and I want you to watch my fingering. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch when I go up to D flat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same exact fingering. And what you guys are going to notice is that this concept of the way I like to teach fingering is like the thought of playing this. If you use any other fingering than what I'm going to show you, it's not going to come out right. But how cool is it that you can go up a half step and play the same exact fingering, and it's going to sound perfect, okay? All right, now let me check the chat, make sure we're good, and then let's keep going. Okay, very, very good. You guys are getting it. Now, this is important. With this specific lick, it is a generic kind of a lick, a kind of a generic sound that you hear a lot, but it's so important, right? Because it's getting the root, the minor third, up to the fifth, and it's just a stable. It's a anchor of the language. Like it's something that you hear, and it's great for everybody to know because it can be used over a fast blues or a slow blues as well. That's going to sound great. So the next thing, and the only other thing we're going to go, and then we're going to go on to the next one, is this idea of there are two fingerings for this whole lick. You're either doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you're doing this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everybody make a note. Now all 20 of these licks are going to go in a course that I am really excited about this one. I might just record this tomorrow morning because I love it so much, of this idea of getting these ideas in different keys. And so make sure you're taking these notes down. You don't have to get the chorus or anything like that. You can just watch what I'm doing. I do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, so you're either doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you have this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, knowing that there are only two fingerings for this entire lick, I'm going to show you this, and this is what kind of blew my mind when I first thought about these two fingerings for all keys. If you look at a D pentatonic scale, okay, so D, E, F, sharp, G, and then you throw in the A, right? But I'm also is 5 notes, right? Those 5 notes right there are the ones that use 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How crazy is that? Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I go up to E. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I go up to F sharp. F sharp. Then A. And then B. Isn't that crazy the way that worked out? Just happened to randomly work out. So I'm always looking for visual things, visual cues to help me transpose into different keys. Of course, you use your ear as well, but just know as you go through this and you say, all right, I'm going to work on transposing this one idea into all keys. All right, Bob said the first thing is it's going to be either 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing on C sharp, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But when I get to D, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, back to E flat, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get to E, oh, here's that other fingering again. All right, what about F? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there's that F sharp again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What about G? 1, 2, right? Isn't that amazing? All right, if you like that, put that you like it in the chat. All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's talk about what made number 2 an anchor line. It's this right here. This idea of. So you can use this idea of 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1. This automatically gives us so many different things. It gives us the C triad. Oh, by the way, I need all access to know that I already put this in the description, but you guys, I went in and looked at, most people have subscribed to our all access for the folder, right? We have a spring folder where everything's in there. And I added Bill, who's our newest member, Bill H. And so Bill should have access to that as well. If for some reason you don't have a Gmail address, you might not be on it, but just email me and let me know. But these are already ready for you to go, but I know it's messy, but you can get over it, right? So 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1. I am going to finale all this. I wish I could show you. At the end of this lesson, I'll do something for you guys. I'll go over to where my piano is, and I'll show you all the handwritten PDFs I've done over the last few days. That'll be fun. But go back to this idea of, now, so many things are happening right here. Blues or jazz, you can use this pattern. It's the C triad. I go 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, ba-da-da-da-da, and I have the enclosure of the minor third to major third. So even this idea, this made the second line, because this is an anchor of the blues and jazz language. And I could go up here. I can go around the keys and maybe spend a little bit of time on each one. Notice I can change the rhythm. It works over D minor 9 to G13, right? It works over C major. It works over A. Okay, you see how easy that is and how you're visualizing the triad, right? And even practice singing it out loud. It's not a bad idea either. Take one key at a time. You can put it up with C and G and C, A. So right there, I just did da-da. I did just the very first part of it. That's a really cool idea. Now, if you understand that, got it in the chat, because this, from an anchor standpoint, is a great thing to go, whatever key you're working on. And what I just showed you there is, once you get this idea of, you can put a little Ray Charles, little slide, little butter on it if you want to, but remember, it works over the minor, it works over D minor, it works over the G13, it works over the C, and even the A. And even watch this. Let's say I did this. So you could put those two ideas together. All right, let's go on to the third, what we're calling the anchor lines from iMusicAcademy. I love this one because this gives you, I love this. Now, a couple things I see happening here. It could technically work over the F chord, which is the third, like to the 6, but I really hear this in the context of 2 to 5. That gives us the flat 9 of G13. Right? See how even those two connect to each other. I'm going, and that gives us our little Ray Charles. So I'm going the 4th note of D minor, and I slide up to my target note, the 5th, right? We've been working on that for a while. And the 9th. So we have, and that is the 13 of G down to the flat 9. What a cool sound, right? And then you could go back to this. So whatever key you're on, you're working on, you go 5 and then up to the 5th, up to the flat 7. So I just did it in the key of C. So I was thinking C minor. What a fun sound, that flat 9 on there. Okay, so we're not going to spend too much time on that one because we have several more to do. And the third one, or the fourth one, let's talk about this one. We're going to go, oh, I love this one. So all I'm doing here is we're in the key of C, we're doing a blues. This works great over a jazz blues or a regular blues. There's a high school that one time I went and did a little clinic for them, and it was just on, it wasn't like I was leading a big band, even though they kind of threw me in there like I was, but it was more like improv tips. And I wrote a couple of songs for them, very simple blues ideas, because I was showing them this concept of 5/6 root and then minor third to major third. So it was something simple like, now there's a whole tune that I wrote out, but the most basic part of it was this. Right? You can use that to get to that minor third to major third, and then you have this on F. Notice it's the same thing. There's that E flat that I need for F. Nice little phrase to do. 5/6 root of whatever key you're in. And that gives me that minor third to major third. I love that sound right there. In my left hand, I just did C9 to F13. Okay, the next thing is this. Let's keep on going. Are you guys still having fun with all this? So that was number 4. Number 5 is this. You guys have it easy on number 5. Number 5 is just the blues scale going up, the first 5 notes, right? So all of these are not going to be exactly brand new like you've never done it before. I did this one on purpose because this is for sure an anchor note to iMusicAcademy, right? This idea right here, I could use it in so many different ways. If I'm playing the blues, I just maybe want to use 2 notes. Even when I go to the F chord, it still works. Maybe I change the bass line up a little bit. So even notice that even when I changed the bass line and I did the same exact notes, then I decided to do the same idea that we did previously, and I went this down here. I went right, or it works over the F better. But you get how the same ideas totally sound different if you do a different bass line. That's what I love about all of these ideas. You can change the feel of the left hand or the chord or the actual chord structure of the left hand. It's going to sound totally different. Okay, now, you guys want me to keep going down these? We're on number 5 already, and it's crazy how useful these are. Let me stay here for just a second, right? For my beginners out there, you guys know we spend a lot of time knowing the first 5 notes of the blues scale. And then if you've been hanging out at iMusicAcademy, you also know that I go down 3 half steps and do another blues scale, but it's A this time, and mostly do the first 4 notes. That's really important. So Bill, as you're working on dominating your blues piano, remember that you have these 2 blues scales. Even on that A blues scale over C blues, all those notes work. And then you put that major third, and it's going to sound fantastic. I could go. So I just put 3 ideas together. I did the idea of the first 4 of the A blues scale. I did this. And the other one I did was, I did this, right? So I did 3 ideas. You can do this. Now blues scale. There's that C triad. Okay, let's keep going now. The next one is going to be so easy but so important. Is this idea, right? In our course, 20 Tips for 5-Minute Practice Success, I show you guys how to do this. Right, you first learn whatever 5-finger pattern, whatever scale you're in all keys. So it doesn't matter what key I'm going in, I'm getting my ear going for those and my hand position. And then you say, all right, I'm going to turn it around. And this is written out. This one's number 6. Even by doing that one thing, it changes the feel. But what a cool thing to do in all keys. So if I'm playing my blues, I could go. And in the jazz world, you hear this a lot. Because that's an actual song. But that idea of is a really nice feel to do. And then you could do it on minor as well. Now, from an ear training standpoint, I think it's really important to do that in both. You either do major or you do minor. So Vance, if you're playing your jazz stuff, you're playing, you go, right, and just practice. Gives you ideas to play. All right, the next one, number 8, is pretty easy. This one uses the major pentatonic, and I remember Rick saying that he did an improv session where he was just practicing that over and over. 1, 2, 3, 5, and that's such a good thing to do if you want to take it around, because it's the same shape. And then you start making music by just doing, have fun with it. You can also do minor when you get to a minor chord. Okay, let's keep going down the list. We have a few more. Hopefully in the next 5 minutes we'll get through all of them. We're almost done with our lesson for today. But you have this idea for, let's look at number 10. You have this. I left out a flat there. Okay, this is from Blues Volume 1. Yeah, Rick says he still jams on 1, 2, 3, 5. Rick, that is a perfect thing to do when you're practicing your blues, jazz, and even your different chords. Like if I go D minor, let's say if you're working on, we keep bringing up, take the A Train is a great example of a nice standard to learn. But if you go C major, when you go, you have the melody, but then you go, it's time to improv. You can do C major because that's the first chord. You can use 1, 2, 3, 5, or you can go up to the 5th note on a major chord and do your 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern over C major. So you have this kind of sound. Okay, that's a neat thing to do as well. But let's just say we're doing in root position. We go. Then you go up to D, and we're going to go. Now watch minor when it gets to D minor 7. 1, 6, D minor. So right there I just did 1, 6, 2 is minor 5. Right? And I could go. Yeah, so take your time getting used to that, but such an important thing. The next one that I left iMusic, just remember that there should be a B flat there, but it's this idea of the top half of the blues scale. And remember, how do you find whatever key you're in, you put your middle finger on that note, and then notice that your thumb is going to hang over the 5th, your index finger on the flat 7, and now you have the minor third on top. So all the notes will work. Okay, very good. And so that one right there, just remember this, that you have this bottom half of the blues scale. Also remember that we have our anchor note, speaking of anchor notes, is this, your F sharp, right? So as I'm going up and down the keyboard, I'm really thinking about that F sharp as my connector note. But notice that I can come up here and I have the top half of the blues scale, bottom half of the blues scale. Top half, bottom half. So I'm thinking of it in 2 shapes, this shape and this shape. So, and this right here is a gold mine for everyone. This idea of okay, let's go on to the next one. Now this one is just a really easy one to put. Remember, we're talking about anchor lines or ideas to get you in all keys. Now notice that here, if I do a C octave, we're almost done. We started at 8:05, so we're going to have about 3 or 4 more minutes and we'll be good. Watch this. F to C. So I'm in a C, key of C, and I go up to the 4th note, and then my index finger and my pinky play the top note. So I do this to the minor 3rd. Kind of an Oscar Peterson-ish. And at the end, I just do C minor. You can do triplets. You go. Okay, the next one does this. Okay, this is more in the jazz world, but really important. So I snuck a few of those in here. This idea, if you go up the scale, you have chord tones on downbeats, da 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 da, and then the 6th chord. This idea of something we've been working on lately that does the 3rd of A to the flat 9. So you have this. Right? Really important. Ba da 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 da, flat 9, flat 7, up to the root. And then you could go. Isn't that nice right there? Just getting in the habit of I love, love, love that. Okay, now we're already on page 2. All of these will be finale'd out at some point. All right, now this one. I kind of like that. So I'm starting on, this is the C minor blues scale, actually starting on the tritone. And 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, the next one, let's keep going down. You have this. We already did that one. The next one is this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I love that. So I love this so much that I put that in there. Is this idea of the flat 7? So anytime you're transposing, when you talk about anchors, to put this idea of and I'm visualizing flat 7 and then minor third to major third. What an important thing. The reason I'm playing it over and over is because I want you guys to do the same thing. For F, I go. And then you have G. What an important thing to do. The next thing, seeing old friends again. Yeah. It is important, right? Like this idea of getting that down. I have students. I've told you guys that this idea of flat 7 kind of changed their life musically. Of this idea of or this or even this. To me, even this idea of. Right, so getting to that really helps you with your bebop language and things. All right, the next thing is we go. I love that. Just remember that if you're going the major third, on the 1 chord you have this. On the 4 chord of the C blues you have this. You can go, or you can go. You can start on the flat 7 up there. All right, let's keep going. All right, the next one. All right, this is kind of a Cruella de Vil kind of thing. I like that. You guys like this? 2 and 3. And 2 and 3 and 4. All right, let's go. We have a few more to go. The next one is, let's see. I like that one. And 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 2 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. What a neat theme, because it goes minor third to major third, and there's your flat 7 right there. A few more, we're almost done. Is okay, this one I put on purpose. Is you hear me sometimes play this kind of sound where you go. You're using triplets. Well, you can use your pentatonic. That's a cool shape to get. You can go. I'll do it slow. Now, the idea, don't let these last few scare you off. All it is just the pentatonic scale. And we go, all right, hey, J-Man, good to see you. Yeah, we have to wrap it up. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up for now. And then the last one is this, just the blues scale going up. Vance, thank you so much for your generous donation. Vance, what you need to do is, well, you just email me and let's talk about it. So what I've been doing is just thank you, Vance, for your generous donation. What I've been doing is, these are all access lessons. So these are my students who invest one lesson a month with me, but I've been doing open lives for everyone because I want you guys out there practicing. And so when I put these charts in, these are in our all access folder, which has every single week, everything, all the PDFs that we do. And so it's kind of complicated, but what I try to do is I try to give our lower tier YouTube members, as you guys know, I put tons of PDFs in there as well, and as well as we have our elite thing in YouTube as well. So it's kind of complicated. I'll try to, but just email me and let's figure this out. I want to make sure that it's not causing people who are not members of either one of those confusion, or if it's not a good idea. I'm trying to do some open lessons for everyone. So I hope that you all enjoyed it. Thank you, Vance, for your generous donation. And let's talk, everyone. You guys are awesome. I'm excited about these. I think this will really help. And I'm actually going to write these out in all keys, I think. So anyway, you have 30 seconds to say goodbye to each other, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson, which is Chord Academy tomorrow. Awesome, Hugh. And these, as we go, while you're saying goodbye to each other, these 20 ideas are not to be learned all at once. These are things that you're going to spend a little time with. Maybe it's just this. I mean, what a great idea just to practice for today. Vicky, thank you so much for your generous donation. I think our YouTube channel has really been moving in the right direction, so thankful for that. Thankful for all of you who have been hanging out. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Awesome. Have a great one.